and welcome to another edition of the Smoking Den. I'm your host for this evening, Smokey Dan, and tonight I'm going with a throwback. This is a cigar that I smoked the crap out of as like a sophomore in college, and they're not expensive, and I used to love them, and I found a box for sale online. I was like, you know what the hell? So I figured I'd buy a box of Bahia B-lines. It's Connecticut wrapper. This is a Corona. I think it's 6 by 40 by 42. It doesn't even look like that. 42 inches, but it's a small ring gauge. 4.6 maybe. Anyway, it's about $1 a stick. And the reason it's so inexpensive is it's a sandwich cigar. It means it's a mix of long filler and short filler scraps. I remember way back in the day I had this obsession. I was still pretty new to cigars and I had this obsession with any cigar that Tony Barani made, and that included Bahia. And so of course I went crazy about these. So I'm just curious to see if I guess 10 years later these live up to this hype that I gave them all those years ago. I mean, I passed these things out like they were party favors to my friends. It was a real great influence. It's a pretty dry wrapper. It's got a little bit of bloom here towards the cap. It is a pretty fragile wrapper, all in my mouth here, but I tried to cut one of these earlier today with the shuriken cutter that I bought, and it split the whole damn cigar down in half. I had to throw it out. At $1, I don't care as much, but Well, initial impression is not much so far. Little bit of cedar, little bit of just a little bit of cedar. All Dominican cigar, by the way. Good draw, but the finish is kind of unpleasant and acidy. Don't know what's going on there. I'm hoping that maybe I just gave a little too much love with the jet lighter, and it'll even down. A little bit of cedar and just the finish is just no. Finish is not happening on this cigar. I don't have a whole lot to say about the cigar right now. On the plus side, the burn's good, the draw is good so far. So, take it for what it is, but obviously I still have a few inches left to smoke, so we'll get back to you in a few seconds on your YouTube screen with the verdict and the B-line. With the verdict of this Bahia B-line Corona, might as well start with the good stuff. It's burning perfectly. The ash it's not great, but whatever, it's a cheap cigar. It's obviously not holding its ash too well. My cameraman's flipping me off because it's his table here. But flavor-wise, there was never a whole lot going on with this cigar. I mean, you get a little bit of cedar, a little bit of bit of nut flavor to it. And I sort of get how it's trying to be like the poor man's Monte Cristo here, but it's not succeeding. It's just, there's too much harsh flavor coming in, especially in the back palate, that's just masking it. Plus it's got a bitter aftertaste. Towards the middle of the cigar it was a little bit less pronounced, but in the beginning and here towards the end, it's just, it's not a great cigar. I part of me wishes that I could really recommend it, and part of me wants to take a time machine back to when I was 22 and be like, Dan, hello, what's going on? What's with this cigar? There's actually a lot of stuff I'd love to tell the 22-year-old me, but we'll save that for another video. I'm gonna go for a very reluctant 3 out of 10 on this thing. And I'm not going to recommend it, and honestly, I can't even really recommend it as a $1 cigar, as a yard gar. Here's the thing, if you're in the market for a pleasant $1 stick, go online and look up Arganese. You can get a Churchill for the same price as this Corona for around $1.25 a stick. It's a much better cigar. And of course, it's a Churchill, so if you're going for a yard gar, you're mowing the lawn or playing frisbee with the dog, you're probably going to want a cigar that's going to last a little while anyway. So you might as well get one. And you can get these in a Churchill, but why subject yourself to all this bitter, harsh flavor? I mean, there's a little bit of good in it, but it's just overwhelmed by what's not very good in it. So the other problem I have now is, what am I going to do with the rest of this box? So I don't know, maybe I can use it for Kindle if I'm going camping or something. Now that the weather's getting warmer, or pawn it off to some people who've never smoked a cigar before, or some enemies, I don't know. Anyway, until next time, keep smoking whatever you're smoking, unless it's one of these, in which case put it out. And we'll see you next time.